I say we hang him off the roof by his ankles.
Hey,
let's vote.
Just tell me, what do you want?
Ever since I got here, you've ignored me.
I was planning a robbery, son. What'd you expect me to do? Take you camping?
Getting Even with Dad is a 1994 comedy film directed by Howard Deutsch that would find mixed reviews from critics and some box office success. Macaulay Culkin stars as Timmy Gleason, the 11-year-old estranged son of Ray Gleason, a bakery cake designer and ex-con, played by Ted Danson. Tim has been living with his eccentric Aunt Kitty, played by Kathleen Wilhoit, in Redding, California, ever since the death of his mother 3 years prior. When Kitty gets married, she and her new husband decide to drop Tim off at his father's place in San Francisco for several days, unannounced.
You picked a bad week to come, and I'm not going to be able to spend any time with you, see? You know, I'm really swamped at work. At the bakery. You know, I do cakes there. I design cakes. And, well, we got a lot of cakes this week, so you understand.
Kitty told me you learned how to do that in prison. You know, make cakes.
Yeah. Yeah, it was kind of a course I took. I wanted to get in the counterfeiting class, but it was all full up. Let me have that, will you?
What was it like in prison? Did you ever try escaping?
Escaping? No. They kind of frown on that, Tim. Got signs posted and everything.
Did you get my letters?
Yeah, I did.
Why didn't you write back?
I guess I didn't know what to say, Tim. I mean, what am I going to write? Having a wonderful time, wish you were here?
While Tim hopes to connect with his dad, Ray is actually in the midst of planning a rare coin heist with his two ex-con associates, Carl, played by Gailard Sartain, and Bobby Drace, played by Saul Rubinek.
What is this, man? You never told me you had a kid.
So I forgot to tell you, Bob.
Well, what are you gonna do with him, man? When he gets curious, you could blow this whole thing.
Don't worry about it. You know, so I'm stuck with him. We'll work around it. He's just a kid. There's no way he's gonna find anything out here. Hey, listen to me, fellas. We're set for tomorrow, and we nail it. We nail it clean, all right?
Yeah, no, it'll work. It's cool.
After a successful robbery of the rare coins, Timmy learns about it and hides the stolen loot from the men.
What the hell's going on here?
What? Where is it? Where is it?
Excuse me, guys? I think we better talk. After I raided your hiding place, I spread your coins out here on the table and videotaped them with my camera. I also got some good shots of you guys coming into the building, so I'm sure the cops will have no trouble identifying you.
What the hell are you trying to pull? You're a little beast.
Bob. All right. Go on, Tim.
That video's on its way to a friend of mine, along with a letter that tells the whole story.
Well, you got us. Whew. Come on, fellas, you gotta admit, you got us. Am I right?
Yeah. Here you go.
Oh, that was good.
Good.
So the coins, Tim, where are the coins?
Wouldn't you like to know?
He then uses the stolen coins as a way to blackmail his father into spending more time with him.
You know who those coins belong to?
Well, me right now.
They don't belong to anybody, Tim. They used to belong to this little old lady, but she died. And the government, the state, confiscated them. They stole them, Tim. And now they're trying to sell them. And you know where that money's going to? To buy limousines for fat cat politicians. That's where. But you know what I'm going to do? See, I'm gonna buy the place I work, you know, the bakery. I'm gonna expand. I'm gonna hire more people. Those people will pay more taxes, and eventually the government will make its money back, and your dad will have a respectable business. No more crime. He's through. He's straight, Tim.
So what you're saying is, you want to go straight. But in order to do that, you have to steal?
Yeah.
I'm 11, that seems dumb even to me. You want to know what I want? I want this.
What is this? Giants game, the aquarium, the museum. What? You want to go to these places?
I want you to take me. I want you to pretend you like having me around for the week. If you do a real good job, Dad, I'll tell you where the coins are.
With Bobby and Carl in tow, the father and son spend time doing things that Timmy wants to do. Playing mini golf, going to baseball games, going to amusement parks, fishing, and more.
Didn't anybody ever teach you how to cast before?
No, my father was usually in jail.
Here. There, you got it upside down here. Spinning around like that.
Mm-hmm.
Put your finger right there on the line.
Like this?
Yeah. Flip it over like that. Bring it back. Let her rip. Not too bad.
Did your father teach you that?
No, Tim, he didn't.
I guess your family was dysfunctional too. That's what we are. You and me. We're dysfunctional.
You've been watching way too much Oprah.
Timmy suggests to Carl that he may have created a map with the location of the stolen coins, which sends the two ex-cons on a wild goose chase throughout San Francisco.
Okay, it says go west, 75 giant steps west. Yeah, the other west, Carl. Okay, go. 75 giant steps.
All right.
And
1, 2, 3.
Carl, what the hell are you doing, man?
I'm taking giant
Yeah, but
steps.
those are your giant steps. It's got to be like a little kid's giant steps, right? Okay.
Well, so how big are little kid giant steps? I mean, I don't know.
Huh? Well, so, you know, a little. Just got to. Oh, perfect. Hey, lady, let me borrow your kid for a minute, just for a second, okay?
Thor, kill!
What?
Ow! Pit bull! All right, okay.
Okay, all right. Good. Okay, Jesus Christ. You ask people for a little help these days, they bite your head off.
In the meantime, San Francisco Police Lieutenant Gordon Romeco, played by Hector Elizondo, gives support to the two lead detectives who are working on the robbery case. Detective Alex Saransky, played by Sam McMurray, and Detective Teresa Walsh, played by Glenne Headly. Keeping an eye on the suspect and his kid, Teresa accidentally makes contact with both Ray and Tim.
What's going on here?
What's going on? He ran into the street without looking, was almost hit by a bus. That's what's going on.
What's the matter with you? He has a habit of running off like that. It's good you were watching, thanks.
I wasn't watching. I was just crossing the street and just look both ways next time.
We're gonna go get some coffee. Wanna come with us?
Well, okay.
As Tim and Ray grow closer, Tim tells his father that he worries that the coins will just land Ray back in prison.
I'm tired of lying to my friends. Hey, Tim, where's your dad? How come he never comes to see you? Or he's in the CIA, he's on some secret mission somewhere. I couldn't tell him where you really were. It's embarrassing.
Oh, I embarrass you, do I? Well, how about when I own my own bakery? You know, is that gonna embarrass you?
I'll always know how you got it. Whoever gets those coins is gonna get caught. And I don't want it to be you.
Hey, we got a deal. I give you what you want, then you give me what I want. Are we clear on this?
Sure.
Soon enough, Teresa gets close to both Ray and Tim, angering Lieutenant Romeco and potentially jeopardizing the investigation.
Before you say anything, Walsh, who the hell gave you the authority to start going steady with the suspect?
Sir, I am sorry. I know I got too close, but I think it's going to pay off. You see, the suspect's son told me he knows something that the father wants him to tell him, but the boy is afraid to tell him because he thinks that the father might get into trouble.
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry I asked.
I think it's a treasure map, sir. I think that the boy drew it and that he knows where the coins are.
And the kid's an accessory. And we don't let him out of our sight.
As Teresa becomes more and more attracted to Ray, Timmy continues getting even with his dad.
Well, I guess I better pack.
Back?
Yeah, pack. I'm going home.
What do you mean you're going home? I thought you wanted to live here.
I do, but not if you get the coins.
What are you saying? Are you saying that I have to choose between you and the coins? Is that what you're telling me, Tim?
Well, yeah, because if you do choose the coins, you'll never see me again. Because you'll be in prison, and this time I won't write.
Ray begins to wonder, what is most important, the coins or his son?
We don't make a move until he opens it. Until he has it in his hands.
This movie was directed by Howard Deutsch, who had directed some big hit films in the last half of the 1980s, including Pretty in Pink, Some Kind of Wonderful, and The Great Outdoors. He does a really good job directing this movie. Tom Hanks, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Mel Gibson, Harrison Ford, Bill Murray, Kevin Costner, Chuck Norris, Patrick Swayze, Sylvester Stallone, Michael Keaton, Bruce Willis, Kurt Russell, Tim Allen, and Robin Williams were all considered to play the role of Ray Gleason. Macaulay Culkin's character was supposed to have a short haircut in this movie, but Culkin, who had let his hair grow out at the time, liked the way it looked and didn't want to cut it. His father, Kit Culkin, demanded that his son be allowed to keep his hair the way it was, pointing out that his character was more working class and not a clean-cut prep school boy. He got to keep his long hair. Macaulay Culkin was paid $8 million for his role in this film. Saul Rubinek was really hit in the nose with a bat during the scene where he falls down the stairs at the stadium. Since Rubinek was caught off guard, his reaction gave the scene a more realistic look, and the director decided to leave it in for the final cut. A lot of the humor from this film comes from the characters of Carl and Bobby, played by Gailard Sartain and Saul Rubinek.
Come here. Sorry.
Where's my ice cream sandwich?
It's under the hot dogs in there.
Oh, that's unbelievably clever, man. What kind of brain-dead moron would put an ice cream... Look at this thing. Here, you can eat this,
It's
all right?
still cold.
Oh.
The movie was filmed in California from July to October of 1993. This film marks the second time that a cast member from the hit NBC television series Cheers has played Macaulay Culkin's father. The first time was actor George Wendt in the Michael Jackson music video Black or White in 1991.
I thought I told you to turn that thing off. It is too late and it's too loud.
But Dad, this is the best part.
You are wasting your time with this garbage. Now go to bed.
Okay.
Interestingly enough, Ted Danson and his Cheers co-star Kirstie Alley were both considered for the role of Macaulay Culkin's parents in the colossal 1990 Christmas hit Home Alone. Getting Even with Dad entered theaters on Father's Day weekend, June 17, 1994, and grossed $35 million worldwide on a budget of $30 million, making it just barely a box office success. Reviews from critics were mixed, with Roger Ebert giving the movie 2 out of 4 stars. I actually remember my parents purchasing this movie on pay-per-view when it first released onto cable and video in late 1994. We had the VHS tape of it for years, and I watched it throughout the 1990s. I really enjoy this movie from time to time, and I think it has the right amount of comedy, family feel, and a good crime plot. I don't like comedy action films that are too goofy, too silly. I like them when they're more realistic, and this movie is that. Macaulay Culkin is really great in the role. He was the biggest child star of the second half of the 20th century, with Shirley Temple often considered the biggest child star of the first half of the 20th century. Ted Danson does a great job as always, and Glenne Headly was perfectly cast as the feminine police officer and love interest. Glenne Headly was a very good actress, and personally, I always found her very attractive. I highly recommend the 1994 comedy crime film, Getting Even with Dad.